welcome to the It Doesn't Hold Up podcast. We review and reevaluate all things remember fondly from our childhood and years prior to see if they still hold up. More often than not, they probably don't. I'm Stuart Shepherd, along with my co-host and good friend Michael Smith. Smith, how are you doing? And happy Friday the 13th.
Very well, Stu. How are you? And happy Friday the 13th to you too.
I'm doing very well. Anything bad or unfortunate happened to you today?
I had to go to work.
Yeah, it's pretty sucky.
Bad and unfortunate every single day. Yep. That's it. That's all I can think of.
Has anything, touch wood, ever actually gone bad for you on Friday the 13th? Have you ever like spectacularly stacked it or hurt yourself or lost your job or anything like that? Was it anything
That escalated. I once followed through in Tesco's.
on Friday the 13th?
No, no. That was just a
No,
regular day.
no, that was Saturday the 14th.
How apt.
Indeed. Cool. Yeah, touch wood, nothing bad for me yet, but there's still time. Cool. Right. So before we get into this week's nomination, just want to talk about last episode's feedback, which was
Mm.
Hook. Now, we got a bunch of feedback before we'd even recorded the episode. So I think people has hold this film in such high regard that the minute they heard this, they're like, "Ooh," like that. So
That or all of our fans are bots.
yeah, well, yeah, there's also that.
And I say
Uh,
fans, I mean listeners. We don't have any fans. People just hate listen.
well, they definitely hate you. That's why they send their hate mail to you. Anyway, right.
Gladly received.
Yeah.
I haven't had to buy firewood in months.
Yep. True. Let's get warmer now. Anyway, right. So when I said we were going to cover in Hook and Does It Hold Up, one of the replies was it fucking better.
It
And
fucking doesn't.
I didn't mind it. Someone else put when we were gonna, do Hook. I am so excited but also terrified. As a total childhood favourite, I will defend this movie till the end of time, acknowledging like most movies of its time, it's undoubtedly problematic. Did you guys notice Glenn Close? We did.
Yes, we did.
Thank you. Then a bit of a strange request, so we might have to put this on the list. Hello, my name is Nicole. Can you please do Four Weddings and a Funeral or Bridget Jones or one of the Hugh Grant's movies? And can you please say if you will do one of these films for me for my birthday? Can you please say this is the birthday girl Nicole because she's so obsessed with Hugh Grant because of his British accent and his blue eyes? Nicole, yes, I'm listening to your podcast every day. Well, thank you, Nicole. Maybe, no promises, we might do Love Actually at Christmas time. We'll see.
Um, I've never seen it,
Yeah,
and
but we need to change shit.
I don't want to see it. I've avoided it on purpose.
We're gonna run out of Christmas films. Eventually, we're gonna have to cover
Well,
Christmas shit we haven't seen before. You know,
this is true. This is true. Um, yeah, sure. I'd question why you're listening to it every day.
we haven't done that many episodes. Just on
But
repeat.
but you know what? Thank you.
Yeah, thanks very much. Did you get any feedback on Hook?
No, I never get any feedback. You deal with the feedback. I don't look at the feedback. I just get the hate mail.
That's true. That's true.
I just get like people have cut bits out of newspaper that say how they're going to steal my dog. Joke's on you. I ain't got a dog anymore. Someone stole
Yeah, there you go.
it.
Cool. Right. Should we move swiftly on from Hook?
Yes, Les.
Great. Right. So this episode's nomination came from me, and it's Friday the 13th, part three, coming to you in glorious 3D.
Boo!
Boo! So,
That's
yeah. This is the second sequel in the Friday the 13th slasher series, the second appearance of Jason. And this is the one where he gets his iconic hockey mask. Yay! What's the synopsis of this? Pretty much the same as one and two.
have you seen number two? Then
Yeah,
you've seen this film.
yeah, it's exactly the same as number two, except it's not at a council camp this time. It's at a summer house, and Jason has a mask, hockey mask this time, instead of a flour sack over his head or
It's
pillowcase. Can never work out which one it is.
it's in a separate house on a lake that stretches from the west coast of America all the way down to California.
Yeah. And if you want to be really pedantic, this film actually takes place on Saturday the 14th. Just saying.
Yes, it does.
There you go.
Um, and this one's just basically the second one, but more stuff coming in your face.
Yeah.
And
So
also, before anybody points it out, I know that California is on the west coast.
I don't think people care. Anyway, right. So USA got this on Friday the 13th, August Friday the 13th, 1982. We
Is
didn't
it
get
the
this
only one that was released on a Friday the 13th?
possibly, although
I think I read that somewhere.
I do remember seeing the remake on Friday the 13th here in the UK. It was like
Oh,
February 13th, 2009, something like that. It was kind of cool.
You're right. That's the kind of thing that those latter day remakes and or sequels did. They released them on the date. They were literally a
Uh,
release date in Search for Movie, like on the 6th of the 6th, 2006, when The Omen came out. It's like
I
you
saw
didn't
it.
need to remake this. You just got that date, and you're like, we could just do The Omen again,
I made a
but
point of
less
going to
good.
see it on 6666, right? And the cinema was absolutely packed, so everyone had exactly the same idea. It's like, oh, this film's going to be shit, but it's on 666.
Yeah, the next day screening wasn't packed. Everyone was like, nah, bother.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't mind the Omen remake. It was quite
It's
good.
fine. It's
It was fine.
fine.
But yes, no, we didn't get this film until the 13th of May, 1983. But yeah, this came out in 1982 for America. So I think we've done 1982 before, and if not, well, we're not going to do that for scene setting. What are we doing for our
Cool.
scene setting, Smith? We're going to do something a little bit special.
So one of the things I wanted to have a look at, being a lover of film history as I am, is the history of 3D and an additional small little bit on other cinematic gimmicks.
Oh, very nice.
So I'm just going to do a quick rundown of 3D in cinema. Now, when would you say the first recorded 3D film was released?
In the 50s, I'd say at some point.
No, sir. It was in 1922. It was a film called
Y-
The Power of Love. It was widely
Really?
decided as the first publicly screened 3D film. It is lost now, so you can't see it. And he
Wow.
used the anaglyph red-green system, which is the one you're wearing on your glasses. So these were all based in early 19th century. They developed um, sorry, I'll say that again. In late 19th century, they developed something called stereoscopy, which was then
Hmm.
used to create 3D cinema upon the development of film. The first golden age, you'd write, would not have been until the 1950s, about 1952 to 1954, when studios started to produce more and more 3D films. Do you know why? Could you guess why they decided the 50s that they're going to start producing 3D movies?
Dwindling audiences and a gimmick to draw them back in.
Exactly. TV was on the rise. And so
Ah,
studios
yes.
trying to combat TV, which has been the age-old war. Every time the cinema does something slightly different, it's because TV is getting more popular, or you've
Hmm.
got home video in the 80s, which we'll come
Yep.
back to, or recently with the rise of the streamers. So a couple of notable examples during this time was House of Wax. So
Mm.
the Vincent Price starring House of Wax. I don't know if you've seen that before.
No, I haven't.
No, this infernal House of Wax. Um, um, and Vincent Price. No, so there's a bit in that where a guy gets one of those balls on a paddleboard and just does it into the screen for a
Oh,
solid 3 or 4 minutes. It's like, come on. And
yeah.
you see, like, apart from that, it's quite tastefully done. And then there's just like someone going dig, 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 dig in the screen. More classily at the time, in 1954, was Dial M for Murder by Alfred Hitchcock,
Mm.
which used 3D in the way that a lot of films would in the later boom of just using it to create depth of film, so depth of field, so you don't get people like sticking stuff in your face. Um, Projection difficulties, audience complaints, and the adoption of widescreen kind of put a paid to it. So when you get like widescreen formats like CinemaScope, the screens are huge, a bit like early adoption IMAX. So you can't see it 3D. There's too much going on.
Mm.
3D works better when you've got sort of a smaller area to look at. Now, from there, you don't get much. Bit of niche stuff coming and going throughout the years. It's never really been particularly popular again until the rise of home video in the 1980s, including improved projection and polarized glasses, which provide a smoother experience for people. Notable examples are Friday the 13th Part 3,
Mhm.
and it started the association of 3D with gimmicks like horror, which you then later see picked up in the late 2000s, where you have My Bloody Valentine 3D and a bunch of those other films. I love My Bloody Valentine
Yeah.
3D, by the
Yeah,
way. I
it's
think it's
good.
a crack. It's a
Really
crack.
good.
It's
Yeah.
awful, but it's great. Um, didn't really work again in the long term. It's one of these things. It's a fad. It comes and it goes and it disappears, and that happened again in the 1980s until we get through to the 3D revolution in the mid 2000s to the early 2010s. So the first, or one of the first, was Chicken Little in 2005.
Mm.
Weirdly, oddly that they kind of started that. They also had the new sort of glasses and the new way of doing 3D. So you're not with that red green
Mm.
polarizing thing anymore. Avatar obviously is the big one, the one that popularized it and continues to use it to this day. I think it's one of the few film series that still releases in 3D. But
Think
again,
so.
it also, as I say, a lot of the time you had that depth of field, right?
Mm.
where it's not being used to throw things in your face, it's just being deeper. Now, the problem with latter 3D, which I'm sure you know, is that a lot of films were converted post-production to 3D,
Yeah.
which means they weren't filmed for 3D, which means what happens is you have to overlay a screen on the film to make it 3D, which causes a darkening of the screen. So lots of films that were released around about this time are just impossible to watch in 3D because they're so dark.
Mm.
Like, did you see Clash of the Titans, Sam
Nope.
Worthington one?
Nope.
Absolute shite for a start, so don't fucking bother.
Hmm.
But it's almost impenetrable. You can't see what's going on. And even in all of those vignettes that you get on DVDs and Blu-rays, they say, oh, yeah, no, we think it made the experience better. 10 years later, they all come out and go, actually, it made it a lot worse. We didn't want to do it. But the studio
Yeah.
thought there's money in it because why? For 3D films in the early to mid 2000s, you could charge more.
They
So
did, didn't know it
people,
was like another fiver a ticket or something
yep,
like that.
yep. And often you didn't have a choice. I remember seeing Avatar in 3D the first time, and again, I hate Avatar. It's a terrible film,
Yeah, me too.
awful film. I took the glasses off at one point, and it was a bit like, it's no different. What's going on? I think I've been lied
Mm.
to. Yeah, absolutely terrible. Anyway, so we're currently in a lull for 3D. I'm sure it will come back at some point. Somebody will come up with something where they think this is absolutely essential to tell this story, or at least lie. So, and I'll be quick on this next bit because I know I've been banging on already about 3D for a
That's
bit
okay.
too long. Other gimmicks in cinema. Now, are you familiar with the Mr. William Castle?
Yes, of course.
Yes, Mr. William Castle, the Master of the Macabre. So, William Castle was a producer and director and self-made cinema man. If you've ever seen the film Matinee by Joe Dante,
No.
the character John Goodman plays in that, and I would recommend that. It's a great film. The character John Goodman plays in that is completely based off William Castle. So anyway, a few gimmicks that he put out. So for the film Macabre in 1958, fright insurance, where every audience member received a $1,000 life insurance policy underwritten by Lloyd's of London in case they died of fright during the film.
Wow.
He also had nurses, ambulances, and stretchers on site on some of the cinemas for effect, so people thought that it might actually happen. Um, House on Haunted Hill, Emergo, a glow-in-the-dark skeleton flew over the audiences at key moments in the film, appearing to leave the screen. Worked for the first time. After that, people came back and pelted it with shit because they knew it was
Love it.
because people are assholes. Percepto in a film called The Tingler in 1959 with Vincent Price. This is great. There's a bit in this film where the screen goes dark and you just hear Vincent Price going, "The Tingler, it's loose in the theatre."
Jesus.
At which point, selected seats that were fitted with vibrating buzzers would buzz on your ass to make you think that the Tingler was underneath your seat.
That's brilliant. That's so good.
Um, 13 Ghosts, Illusiono. I recently watched 13 Ghosts, actually, the William Castle version. It's not bad.
Mm.
It's not great, but it's not bad. Special glasses to let them see whether they could see ghosts or not. And these were either blue or they were red. If you put the blue ones on, you saw the ghosts. If you put the red ones on, you didn't. And it was a scene before where William Castle spoke to the audience and goes, "Do you believe in ghosts? I do. If you do, wear the blue glasses." And then you put them on, and the way that the film was being shown, you'd see it. And Punishment poll in Mr. Sardonicus. Audiences could vote on whether the villain should be spared or punished at the end. You had a little voting button that you could press and it would change at the end of the film. In practice, theatres were instructed to ensure the punishment ending always won, and so very few people ever saw the spared ending. So those are the
Excellent.
main ones that William Castle did. There is a fantastic documentary on Amazon Prime about William Castle, and I would suggest that you go and watch it. It's about an hour 20.
I will.
Absolutely fantastic. Fantastic
Yeah.
documentary. It's really, really fun. Other major cinema again is very quickly, just while I've got it, is smell-based cinema, Smell-O-Vision and Aromarama, famously released in a film called The Scent of Mystery, 1960. Both failed due to time issues, lingering odors, and audience distraction. Sound and vibration gimmicks. There was Sensurround, low frequency sound to physically shake the theatres during films like Earthquake from 1974. And currently, you've got D-box seating. I don't know if you're familiar with D-box seating.
Oh,
It's
it's I think they got a Cineworld where it all rocks around and shit.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. If you use one of those, you're a D-bag. And those are hey, whoa, and those are the main ones. Quick whiz through the gimmicks that often go along with cinema. And I just remembered that documentary on William Castle is not on Amazon Prime. It's a DVD extra on the Blu-ray of 13 Ghosts, and that's why I bought the Blu-ray of 13 Ghosts because I wanted to watch the documentary.
Oh, I'm sure there's a hooky copy of it online somewhere. I'll have to watch that.
Oh, there absolutely will be. It's
Yeah.
absolutely great.
Oh, that's awesome. Someone else you forgot, just on the 3D.
Mm.
Sky at one point had Sky 3D, and not even Sky
Oh
3D
yes.
for movies. They had it for like football. I was like, why the fuck would I want to watch football in 3D? Oh, the ball's coming at me. It's so
I feel
stupid.
thought you like balls coming at you.
Well,
Hey,
yeah,
I it's like I'm really that. Now, yeah, 3D TVs, they were a thing. And yet 3D, loads of my Blu-rays were films that released in 3D. So you've got 3D options. It's like, but I'm not going to watch that. I'd
amazing.
probably have a pair of the glasses that I nicked from a cinema somewhere just in case.
Probably. Well, now this is interesting, and then we'll get onto how old we were and all that shit for the
Yeah.
originally. But to watch Friday the 13th Part 3 this time, right? A few years ago, probably when 3D was getting big again in the mid 2000s, in 2009, Channel 4 here in the UK were doing a 3D week. So they were showing like some Darren Brown shows in 3D and some like nature shows, like David Attenborough, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And they showed the original Friday the 13th print in 3D, but you had to get these glasses that I'm wearing if you're watching YouTube, right? Which Sainsbury's were selling. So what I did, I recorded Friday the 13th Part 3 off Channel 4 on my Skybox, and then I have got a DVD recorder, stroke video player converter. I'm never getting rid of that. So I looped that up to my Skybox. I copied over Friday the 13th Part 3 to a DVD. So I burnt it to a DVD, and then I bought a pair of these glasses off of eBay, and there you have it. I now have a copy of Friday the 13th 3D, which has adverts on Channel 4 every like 20 minutes or so.
Oh, the adverts in 3D.
Oh no, they're not. Can you imagine?
Um,
Like, I don't know, adverts
that's,
for
I mean,
KFC
that's
being like, whoa.
chicken. There's also, it's also, I always find adverts on old recorded stuff like a weird snapshot in time.
Yeah, yeah, it's
You know what I
great.
mean? So have
Yeah.
you ever seen the Star Wars holiday special?
Oh no, no, no.
So
One day I
there's
will, but I've not seen it
the
yet.
the hooky version of that I've seen. There is a
Yeah.
version where you can turn the adverts on. So
Ooh,
many adverts for unions. It's
amazing.
just people like ugly Americans from the 70s going, I myself am a union man.
Oh, brilliant. Right, so let's roll one back. When
Yeah.
was the first time you watched this
Hmm.
film? And specifically this one, not the other Friday films. We're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
this particular one.
So I saw this one quite late.
Okay.
My Friday film when I was a kid was Friday 2. That was
Yes.
the one I saw first. I rented it out from no Blockbusters in in Welling, I believe.
Hmm.
Um, this one, I think the first time I watched this, I think, and I'm really just I was trying to as I was watching, I was like, when did I see this for the first time? I think it was when I was in my teens. I think it
Yeah,
was when I was about 14 or 15.
in secondary school. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was before the
Yeah.
first time that I saw this one. I mean, you may have even lent it.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, it would have it would have been in my teenage years during that time when you're kind of consuming as many different films,
Hmm.
especially horror films, as you possibly can, because your parents have finally decided that it doesn't matter, you can watch whatever you want. Although that's what my parents always thought, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I love. I mean, I've got a lot of time for slash films, as
Me
you know.
too. Yeah. 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 Now, this is an interesting one because this is so irresponsible. My dad rented out Friday the 13th Part 1, right, as a special treat. He was like, look, all right, because my brother was getting into horror movies. My brother got me into a lot of stuff like wrestling and horror films and all that stuff. But anyway, he really
Crack.
crack. He got prostitution. No, no. He really wanted to watch Friday the 13th. So my dad was like, oh, yeah, I remember that film. Fine, we'll watch it. So my dad rented the first one out, and my brother loved it. Oh, my God, I want to see the rest of them. My dad was like, no, 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 I'm not renting the rest of them out for you. But then my mum was like, I'll rent them out for you. So she kept on renting them out for us in quick succession. So we watched Friday the 13th Part 2, then we watched Friday the 13th Part 3. Dude, I was so young when I watched this. I was like 8. And this one really, really resonated me. A, because Jason gets his mask, right? And the way it was shot is like all 3D. And also, I've always preferred Jason when he is just a mentally challenged, a big hulking man. When he became like a zombie Jason, this is stupid. Like I could, it's more real when he was just,
Mm.
a real person, but just hideously deformed.
Yeah,
Um,
well, I kind of I tend to agree, and sort of problem I have with this one ever so slightly, and we'll get into it, is that it is sandwiched between what I consider to be two of the best. Two, the
mm,
one that I watched when I was a kid all the time, and literally I had no, I wasn't as adventurous as you, so I rented two. I remember my parents rented two for us. My brother was absolutely terrified of it. He hid behind a pillow the whole
yeah.
time. He was absolutely terrified of it. And then I believe I rented it again. I didn't think maybe I'll rent the next one. I thought, no, no, I'll rent that one again.
Oh
I think I
wow.
saw two before I saw one.
Yeah. I watched him
Which is
in
probably for the
weird
best because
order.
one sucked.
Yeah, one isn't very good. Two's an improvement. I all had a fondness for a third one. The fourth one I don't mind. And then I went straight to the sixth one, and then seven, and then Jason Goes to Hell, and then eight, and then years later I watched five. So I watched them in a really weird order.
Yeah,
But this was coupled as well with renting the Freddy films out. So yeah, me and my brother watched horror movies like way, way, way too young. So
I
yeah, I was a
saw. Yeah,
cool,
I saw the Freddy films younger as well. I mean, the first Freddy film I saw was three,
which is arguably the best one outside the
the
first
best
one.
one. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Second, yeah, first one's the best, then three. No, two's all right.
yeah. But yeah, this I think this one out of all the Jason films is the one I've seen the most, definitely. Yeah, I
Mine,
remember.
I think mine's eight.
Hey, what Jason Takes Manhattan?
Yeah, I've seen that a few times.
Oh God, that one's one of the worst ones.
That's
Jason Goes
not
to Hell,
good.
I've seen quite a few times. That one's
Oh, that
fucking terrible.
sucks.
It's terrible. It's
Well,
barely even a
Jason
Friday the
X,
13th thing.
I've seen Jason X a lot.
Yeah, Freddy versus
I've got a
Jason, I've
soft,
seen a lot.
got a soft spot for Jason X.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. But at another time, you might have watched Friday the 13th Part 3 for the first time. Whenever it was your birthday, you used to have like a bunch of our
I
school
did.
friends around, and we'd stay around and have pizza and beers or whatever. And we watched Friday the 13th Part 3, and we'll talk about it in a bit. Actually, no, I'm going to save that story. I'm going to save the story. But yeah, there was a time when we.
Okay.
Hopefully, you'll remember what I'm going to say. But
Well, I probably won't. You know what I'm
okay.
like, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll get to it. But yeah, I do remember watching it around your house, like on a sleepover. We were just watching horror movies. Right then, shall we get into the inverted commas plot? Now, I know we make this joke a lot, right? But this is literally the film that we've covered out of all the films that has no plot. There is no fucking plot whatsoever.
no, there are attempts at plot.
Yeah, there's the tiniest bit of character development, but there really is no plot.
Yeah.
Right, so Paramount. Now, I'm convinced it's the first Paramount film we've done. There's been a few 20th Century Fox, few Warner Brothers, but I'm pretty sure this is the first Paramount one we've done.
I'll take word for that.
Yeah.
I can look it up. I'll look it up.
Also, annoyingly, I've got Paramount streaming service, and all of the films, bar this one, is on Paramount. Oh, cool. Cheers. Thanks.
Oh yeah, it's yeah, like it's on Prime. There's like
Mm,
the Paramount subscription, and it's all of them apart from this one.
so annoying. But anyway, I've got that
I
dodgy
now
one
own
for it.
it. I now own it on a digital copy.
Oh, you didn't rent it, you bought it.
Yeah, it's 3.49 to rent or 3.99 to buy.
I see. Yeah. I was gonna buy it
In case
on.
I ever want to watch it again.
I mean, I probably will. I was gonna buy it on Blu-ray and get the 3D version of it, but you can only get it in region one. It was very expensive. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Anyway, now, as mentioned, because I've got that dodgy 3D version, my title card starts differently. It says, "Ladies and gentlemen, the first few minutes of this picture are not in 3D. However, you will need the special 3D glasses." Like, ooh, I feel special. We get a recap of the ending of part two, and it is literally the last 6 minutes of part two.
Well, before that comes up, you got like the opening credits or the beginning of the
Mm.
opening credits, which are the most low effort
Oh God, yeah,
white text on a black background, just like film. You're watching a film.
yeah,
Then yeah, I mean they've really got to kill some time. This film is what, hour 35. The
something like that.
first 6.5 minutes are a recap of part two.
Did we really need this? It's
I
so
mean, look,
silly.
I know that this came out 18 months after the second one, and this is in a
Mm.
time before home video. So
Yeah,
people won't have been able to just go and watch number two straight before. But it's not hard to remember what happened at the end of number two.
yeah,
Jason killed everyone apart from two people who then killed Jason.
yeah.
Or did
Did
they?
they? Yeah,
It's also
yeah.
key to note that it cuts away before the face reveal because in number two you get the face reveal of Jason, and they've decided to completely change his makeup for this one, so you don't see the bit where you see his face, so they can then just have him look completely different. There is no continuity in this film series at
No,
all.
and also the second one does the same thing the third one does, and also the first one does, imply that the last couple of minutes is a dream. Like it hasn't actually happened.
Yeah, yeah,
So
they do
yeah,
that in every one.
yeah, pretty much.
More or less explicit depending on what they're trying to do. I mean, for my money as well, like Ginny is in number two is one of the best final girls they got in the
Yes.
series,
Yeah, she's
who are
good.
then replacing with Dana Kimmel in this one, who has an interesting acting style, which is to say, not acting. Um, it does also set you up in a world where Jason can easily be fooled by somebody wearing a jumper.
Yeah, this was always really
Be a
stupid.
fucking idiot.
Yeah. So yeah, Ginny's on the run and she finds Jason's shack and barricades herself in. And then, as Jason's breaking in, Ginny sees Jason's shrine, which is essentially his dead mother's head, which I presume he retrieved after the head was
Or
cut off.
counterpoint, Rod Stewart.
Or Rod Stewart. Yeah, Rod Stewart's head. Yeah. And the jumper as well. And then, yeah, you're right. She puts on the jumper and starts pretending to be his mother. I was like, what makes you think he's going to fall for this? I know he's a bit of an idiot, but what really seriously makes you think he's going to fall for this?
I mean, he does after
He
spending a
does.
solid minute trying to get through that door. I mean,
Yeah.
he was stymied by that door.
Yeah. Now, the bit I was going to mention was when we were watching this at your sleepover, one of our
Mm.
friends, his mother looked like Mrs. Voorhees. And you pointed this out, and he was going ballistic, and we're all going, pointing and laughing. He's all, fuck off. It's so good. And also,
I
he's
had
like,
I'd buried that memory.
I'll never forget that. That was so funny. But it's great as well. They actually got Betsy Palmer back to do that because she hated the first one. So it's amazing they managed to get
Well,
her
she
back
did
to
it
do
to
the
buy a
second
new
one.
car.
Yeah, well, um, yeah. So then this doesn't work because then Jason sees his mother's head, and then yeah, it doesn't work at all. And at this point, Ginny's boyfriend Paul, is that his name? Yeah, he comes in and starts
Yeah, yeah.
fighting with Jason. I'm really
Paul
smashing the
Holt.
shit out of the shit. Paul Holt. And then Ginny uses that opportunity to grab the machete and drive it down into Jason's shoulder. Like it really goes down. I was like, that's not going to kill him. It's just going to really hurt.
Well, it's not going to kill him. It might. You might die of blood loss. You're also not using that arm again.
Yeah, true. And then in part three, he doesn't have that injury at all.
No, he's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, and that supposedly kills Jason. And then they take off the pillow mask, just like you said. Yeah, we don't see his face, and then we don't get the full ending. All you see is just like Jason sort of shuffling away, and that's it.
It's
Uh,
really weird the way he shuffles away as well. It's like, ah, ooh, ah.
yeah. And then we cut to 3D credits over his mum trying a funky music. It's like, yeah, it's the only time they've made a bit of an effort.
Whoa,
Yeah,
dude,
it's brilliant because
dude.
if you watch any of those Friday the 13th films, just like you said, it's plain white text on black background, just the same old music. This one they actually made an effort. It's 3D, it's a different music, and it's over the shrine. It's like, yeah, cool, cool, cool. I'm loving it.
So after the end of the credits, by the way, time till this film starts, 7 minutes 35.
Yeah,
I
to pick
paused
up
it
the
to have a
proper
look.
film. Yep.
7.5 minutes.
Wow, amazing. We get to Harold and Edna's store, and we get a really shitty effect of Harold trying to hang out washing with a pole, be like, "Whoa!" pointing at the camera.
You see him looking directly into the camera while he's doing it
Yeah,
as well. So I was doing the research on this, and apparently the way that the 3D was done added so much time because you had to get it exactly right or it wouldn't work. So he'd been doing that like 40 times, and that's just him going, "Yeah, it's fine. I'm not missing the cue again. I'm not fucking sitting here." Also, she's like, "God damn it, Harold! I
just
worked so hard trying to keep up with you and your sloppy habits." What the fuck is she talking about?
I feel really sorry for this guy. The amount of abuse he's taking off this woman. He seems
Well,
like a stand-up fella. Just leave him alone.
I mean, seems all right. It's three things, right?
Yeah.
One, his sloppy habits. What does that mean? It's just wanking all over the shop. I'm cleaning up after you and your sloppy wanking. Why are the characters in these films always so fucking shrill? Like
Yeah.
it's always just nagging wives and just slobbish assholes. Also, she complains about knocking his clothes on the floor. It's just clearly sheets.
Yeah. Because I spent
Is he
all
wearing
day washing your clothes.
is he wearing a fucking moo?
Yeah. I don't know. Um, yeah, and also like you said about the being all shrill and stuff, it's like we want Jason to kill these people. Like we're not sympathising with them
Well,
at all. It's like, yeah, just fucking kill them. They're annoying.
I didn't want him to kill Harold.
Yeah, he was all right.
Yeah, he seemed like a nice enough chap.
Right. And then we get Edna's watching news footage of the past of part two, the murders, and then we see that Ginny has survived, and then we get a shit 3D effect of her going, whoa, with the aerial. And don't forget, I watched this in 3D, hence the glasses I'm wearing. The 3D's not very good. It's not very good.
It's
Little bit of depth perception when it first starts, and the aerial, the crane camera like hovers over the store and stuff. Like, oh, that's kind of cool, but yeah, when stuff's coming right at you, it's shit.
well, yeah, because it's just stuff coming right at you. Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense. Also, the news report's funny because first of all, that's the director Steve Miner
Mm,
as the newsreader. Also, he's said the most brutal and heinous crime in local history. Well, this is the last one. Like,
yeah. I was like, well, what
this has
about part
happened
one?
before. Yeah,
This is the second time this has happened.
yeah. In 2 years. This is the second time in 2 years that this has happened. Also, this, as you said earlier, this does make this Saturday the 14th.
Yeah. It's definitely Saturday Fool. And then part four follows right on for this. It will be like Sunday the 15th. It all takes place over one weekend. Then what happens? We see Jason lurking amongst the laundry, sort of stealing clothes. I think, right, hang on. So is it because he got fed up wearing those dungarees, that shirt? It's all got blood all over it and all that. So he's like, right, now I'm going to steal some jeans and a nice shirt. It's quite like his gear he
Oh,
wears.
dungarees are so last season, darling. Oh, so did you notice on the news report? It's like grainy, grainy news report, crystal clear picture of the previous film.
Yeah. I did spot that. I did like all this shit where you see like Jason going in amongst the sheets and stuff. You're not quite
Yeah.
seeing his face and stuff. Oh, I was like, that's all very, very good. And then we see that he go into the garage only to re-emerge again. It's like, what the hell did you go in there for?
It's like, oh no, nothing in
No.
here.
We then see Harold's feeding his fish and rabbit in the store, unaware that Jason's outside also. And Harold's feeding
God
himself.
damn it, Harold.
He's feeding himself donuts, and it catches him and starts scolding him for being fat. I was like, dude ain't fat.
That's why I've said that. It's like the doctor said you need to lose weight. It's like, not a big man. What are you talking about? Also with this problem, slight problem with this film, this scene goes on for fucking ages.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like, what is the point of it? Like it just goes on and on. Do we need to see him talking to a rabbit for a
no,
solid 30 seconds while shoving his donuts into his face? What is happening?
no, we don't. Although they've set up this bit when he then goes to put the rabbit back in the cage, and the rabbits have been killed by a puppet-looking snake, and he goes towards the camera.
Let's see an extended scene of a man putting his rabbit to bed.
Yeah,
I mean, the rabbit's the real victims here because he drops that rabbit and just legs it. That rabbit's going to get eaten by a snake.
yeah, poor rabbit. Then Edna can't find her knitting needle.
Hmm.
And then
What about that's gone?
actually talking about the sloppy habits, right? Harold then has a dump, and we get a lot of unnecessary splashing sound.
I was worried we were about to see some 3D shit just like right in the eye.
Whoa.
Just a whoa.
So do we really need this? And we also get Harold drinking whiskey and I've written down, I can't say I blame him.
I mean, Jack Daniels on the toilet. I've been there, brother.
Yeah. And then Harold hears some noises, but instead of wiping his arse, he just pulls his trousers up and investigates. And that always annoys me when people do that in films.
You're gonna have a stingy ring piece. It's gonna be
Yeah,
horrible. You give it 5 minutes. You're like, oh, ah, ah.
exactly. And then he
Also, does
leaves.
this mean like Jason Voorhees is a pervert? He's just watching
Yeah,
watching a man take a shit like a coprophiliac. He's just sitting there going,
yeah. No, you stay.
finish,
Yeah.
wipe it, nice and clean, so I can eat my dinner off it, Harold.
And then poor Harold comes out the toilet and he's probably killed with a meat cleaver. And Harold doesn't scream, he just goes like, just falls over. And that's the last we see of Harold. Ed then comes to investigate, and after seeing a shit 3D mouse effect, he's stabbed in the back of the head.
Whoa!
And then she's stabbed with that knitting needle with the back of the head. I was like, yeah, good, bitch. She's,
All right, Shelley.
yeah, I love Shelley. Shelley's great in this.
Shelley.
Yeah. Next day, we get a shit effect of kids playing baseball with the street for some reason.
3D back. Whoa!
Whoa.
Time until we meet our main characters? 16 minutes.
Wow. Yeah, what was the point of Harold then? Apart from up in the kill count, why did we need them?
Killing time. They probably
Because
just filmed. They probably filmed it. And went, oh, this film's only an hour and 10 minutes long. We're gonna need to do something.
Because the thing is, even when Vera and Shelley go to the store later on, it's a different store. Like if they'd gone to the store and the store was shut because they've been killed, I'd be like, oh, okay, but no,
No, they just drive past it at some point. And be like, oh,
yeah,
what's going on there?
yeah.
Oh,
So we get the van driving along, and yep, as you said, we meet our characters at Chris, Andy, Debbie, and Shelley, who we haven't seen the other two yet, and they're going
I'm
away
just
for
gonna
a weekend.
I'm gonna say it right now because I didn't write any of it down because I couldn't
Mm.
capture it all. The script and the acting are fucking spectacular. Like
That's
it
woeful.
is awful. Like Dana Kimmel in particular, she is terrible.
Yeah, she's
She is.
not good.
They are all just like. I mean, when the couple first turn up, they say sex in like the first 4 times in like the first 10 seconds they're on screen. They're like, "Hey, we're just gonna go for some sex. You guys, you keep talking about sex." It's like, is this a parody of the previous films, or is this just the laziest fucking script that they could cobble together?
Yeah, yeah, it's a
Yeah,
bit like that.
yeah.
If you used to go at a co-pilot, they should write me a slasher movie. That's what it'd come out with. Yeah, they've come to pick up Vera, who they've inexplicably set up with Shelley. And I've written down, Vera is hot. Shelley is not. What were you thinking? Why have you set Shelley up with Vera? She's pretty nice looking. And then Shelley emerges from the van trying to scare his friends for some reason, which pissed them off. Are we
Oh,
made
he's
to
a
believe
fucking.
initially that's Jason walking towards them? But like,
I don't know what Jason is, just a dumpy guy with bad hair. It's he's such a little bitch during this entire film. He gets on my tits something chronic
oh really? I
because
quite like Shelley in this.
he does this and then he's like, well, would you want to be going out with someone like me? It's like, oh Christ alive, Jesus man,
Yeah,
have a bit
yeah.
of self-respect.
No, he's self-deprecating. Yeah, I've written down Andy and Debbie like sex apparently, and then Chris alludes to something that happened in her past at the lake, but we don't know yet. Vera's mother doesn't want Vera to go away with the gang, but she goes along anyway. That's instantly resolved. Well, oh, okay.
Yeah, there's no point to it.
No, none.
She's like, she's not going. Yes, I am. All right. Well, my hands are tied.
Right. They think the van is on fire, but it's just Chuck and his girlfriend Chili smoking weed with bongs.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, right. That wouldn't happen. Not
no,
with that degree of smoke
no,
billowing out of it.
no.
Also, did they just forget? Because they're like, oh no, the van's on fire, having completely forgotten there's two people in the van.
Yeah,
They're not
yeah.
like, our friends are burning to death. Like, oh no, the van,
I
not the
always used to,
van.
I always used to think they were much older than me. It's not. It's just because Chuck's got a beard and Chili's got a bad
Oh, I
haircut.
don't know. Chuck looks older. I mean, he looks like he's a man in his early 40s.
Yeah, maybe he is then.
I think it's because Cheech and Chong were popular at one point, and they thought this would be funny.
Exactly.
Let's put a guy that looks exactly like Tommy Chong in the movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I've written down. I wonder if this sex-crazed couple and these pot smokers will meet an ill fate. Hmm.
Hmm.
As the
The pot
van is
smokers not as quickly as you'd expect for some
no,
reason.
no, they last near enough to the end. As the van is driving along, we learn that Debbie is pregnant, and this has no effect on the plot whatsoever. Why does
And
she have
she
to be
really
pregnant?
wants you to know because she mentions it twice in quick succession.
But what bearing does it have, apart from when she gets killed later on? You'll be like, oh no, that's sad. She was pregnant. No, not really.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Shelley's showing off his joke box, and the hippies are smoking weed, and then we get a shit 3D effect of them passing a joint around, and then
Whoa, whoa.
then the cops turn up. They all start eating the weed, but it turns out the cops
It's,
didn't want them. They were on the way to meet Harold Edna's store. And I've put down, what a waste of weed. And you'd be so sick after eating
oh,
all
I'll
that
tell you, I've
weed.
written that down. If you eat that much weed, you'd be viciously ill. Like it
Oh,
wouldn't, you wouldn't be enjoying the rest of your weekend. You'd be
no.
lying down in a room throwing up. Jason wouldn't
Oh,
even have to try to kill you. He'd just walk in and kill you.
yeah.
Or you choked on your own vomit like Mama Cass.
Yeah. Just walk in and see 10 dead bodies. Like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
Uh, was it weed that Mother Cass? I thought it was a ham sandwich he died of. Or was that the myth?
I think
Was
that's
that the myth?
I
That's the
think
myth.
I think it's more of the point that she died choking on her own vomit. Either, oh, actually, I don't even think that's true. I think
Uh,
she probably just had a heart attack. Quite
myth.
sad.
Yeah. Anyway, so we see bodies being carried out the store, which the gang sing. I've written down, just take that as a warning and fucking leave. If there are bodies being carried out of a store, this is probably not a very nice area for you to go to.
It's also at this point it becomes very, very clear that Crystal Lake has moved from the
Yes.
northeast to California because it looks very much like California.
Yeah.
It's just around the corner from the studio.
And I remember there's even in like part six looks nothing like this and all that. Every time Camp Crystal Lake seems to be in a new location. But yeah.
Crystal Lake itself is a complete misnomer in this film because it's more Camp Shitty Muddy Lake.
Yeah. There's nothing Crystal Man at all.
It's not even a lake. It's like a
No.
puddle.
Ugh. Yeah, I love it. They go, oh, do you want to go swimming in the lake? No. No, I don't.
No, not that lake. I don't.
No. Then they encounter some religious maniac lying in the street. I was like, is this guy supposed to be like Crazy Ralph? But they couldn't get Crazy Ralph
Yeah.
back. All
Well, no,
right.
I think it's because they killed Crazy Ralph in the last one.
Ah,
So
there
that's
you
the
go.
problem.
That's why.
That's it. They got like, but things he's here for this one scene, and then he's not back again for the rest of the film or any subsequent films.
Yeah.
He's just here for like one scene, so you can have the Harbinger moment where he's like, "Don't go there." Also,
Yeah.
stop the van. Why? Because you'll run over that man who's lying in the road.
It's like, how'd you not see him?
Yeah. Also, if you lie in the road like that, and get run over by a van. That's on you.
Yeah, it's your fault. Yeah. Well, then we get another crap effect because he's got an eyeball, and then we made to believe he
Wah!
did he get that from a victim or is he an animal eye? Like, where did he get that eye from?
I think it might have been the rabbit that they passed to the ground, which I think we're led to believe is the rabbit from the store.
Oh, that's sad.
because that's Jason's killed it on his way back to where he's off to,
What a
which
shit.
is this big barn that he decides to live in.
Yeah, he lives that barn this whole movie. Yeah.
It's Jason in his murder barn.
Yeah. Then they arrive at Higgins Haven. It's a very cool looking summer home, and it's a farm and it has a barn. And then everyone goes to the lake, but Chris goes inside the cabin. Is fondled immediately by Rick, who I can only assume is a childhood boyfriend. So the minute he comes, he goes,
It's
"Oh,
conservatively 40 years old.
oh, he's well old." Even when I was a kid watching this, I thought this guy was old. It's like, is that her dad?
Such an old man
Yeah,
in a very sensible jumper.
he is very sensible. He doesn't wear that jumper for long though. Chris feels funny about being back after 2 years and doesn't want to start fornicating with Rick right away. And then poor Shelley is still in the van as he doesn't want to go skinny dipping because he's not skinny enough. Like
Oh,
he's
fucking
not
hell.
that fat. He's a
Fuck,
bit of a
he's
gut
not
on
that
him.
fat. He's he's chubby, but like, I mean, I can sympathise. I was a fat teen slash adult. I, I wouldn't want to go skinny dipping either, but I wouldn't be like, they want to go skinny dipping, and I'm not skinny. I'd be like, I don't want to go skinny dipping. It's shit. I want to have a beer.
I don't want to go skinny dipping because I would be naked with my friends. It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. It's very weird. And I also then don't want to get in that shitty, dirty looking water
Yeah,
because that's how you get like a small parasite thing, swim right up your cock,
there you
latch
go.
on, and then where are you? You're in the hospital. That's
That's what.
where.
Exactly.
Um, this is as well. It's always directly contradicts itself because she's like, I know I've only been away for 2 years, but it feels like forever. And then he's carrying her. She's like, I think you've gained some weight since last summer. It's like, well, sorry, I thought you said it was 2 years. How
Oh,
long is it, script? How long is it?
unless Rick came to see her where she was living now, but I don't think
Well,
it's that
they don't
smart.
explain it. No, I just think it's dumb. And the acting again, I can't. I don't know if it's. I can't work this out. If it's the script that's bad, which I legitimately think it is, or the acting is bad, which again I think it is because it's like they
It's
can't
both.
deliver the lines. They can't deliver the lines, and but the lines are terrible. But a good actor could probably get a little bit out of it.
Well,
Anything.
if you go back and watch part two, the acting's pretty shitty as well. So it's not just this movie. They just
It's
got very
better
cheap
than
actors.
this.
Yeah. Uh, then Chris gives Debbie her old bedroom and shows her a hammock. And then we see someone going to the bar opposite. Now, I think it'd be cool to sleep in a hammock. I'll be up for that.
I wouldn't put a pregnant woman in a hammock though.
Well, yeah. Well, just my wife, and she was like, "That's pretty irresponsible." I was like, "Yeah, that's true."
Yeah, exactly. She's fucking pregnant. Give her a proper bed. A hammock.
Yeah,
It's a whole fucking hell.
yeah. They've got sofas. Why don't you just keep on the sofa? Anyway, and then yeah, she notices someone going at the barn opposite. Then we get shirtless Rick hoisting up hay with Chris on it. And then
Why? Why?
why not? Why not?
He's like, why do you have so much hay? And then she explains why they have so much hay. Does the hay come back into it? It does not.
Apart from when she kind of blocks up the hole so Jason can't get through it, but then does get through. Yeah, no, the hay doesn't come back. Then we hear, I can only assume it's a woman's scream, unless it's Shelley putting on a high-pitched scream. We hear a woman scream, but we never learn who that scream was from. And they start all going around in the rooms, and they find Shelley hiding in a closet, pretending to be dead with an axe to the head, which really upsets Chris and pisses everyone off. And then Rick goes, "Don't look at him." It was so funny. No, no, don't look at him.
It's like, let's get out of here.
I'm like, what? What did Shelley hope to achieve from this? Everyone just goes, "Oh, Shelley," like that. And naturally, everyone's just like, "What the
You're
fuck
right,
is wrong with
Shelley.
you?"
I will sleep with you.
Oh,
And
oh.
he's like, I guess I fooled you. Huh. So, but why? But why does everyone react so badly? 'Cause he does it and like, fuck you, Shelley. I hope you die, you terrible fat bastard.
Yeah, and then Rick goes, "Oh, he doesn't know any better." I was like, "You don't know who this dude is. What do you mean
Yeah,
he doesn't know any better?"
you've only met him today. I know he seems like he might be a little bit underdeveloped, but you
Yeah,
don't know that he is. You've just made an assumption. I think it's safe, but
yeah. Vera goes to the store and takes Rick's Herbie car, but Shelley wants to go as well, and Vera agrees, and then Shelley hilariously runs to get
then he runs like an arsehole.
Rick funny. Debbie and Chris go for a walk, and Chris is angry, and again they allude to something that happened in Chris's past, but we still don't learn about it yet. And then Chris thinks she shouldn't have come back, and she keeps on seeing and hearing things. It's like you saw a barn door open. That's that's all that happened. You saw a barn door open. That's all that's happened.
And there's this guy called Rick who keeps following me around everywhere. No, we can all see him too. Oh,
So shit.
it's yeah.
Uh, so Vera and Shelley are in the store, and for some reason on the radio it's playing the title music. Why is it playing that?
But yeah, but also slightly too loud. I was like, what is with the music over this scene? It's so fucking weird. Like it doesn't fit at all.
No, it doesn't. Oh, then there's a spectacularly racist bit when the woman behind the counter says to Phil, "We don't take no food stamps." I'm like, "Oh fucking hell! Why did you say that?"
But then she turns to Shelley and says, I'm going to need some money. Like, are we to believe she did only have food stamps?
Maybe.
It's slightly confusing. Why she should have then got out some money and gone, No, she then asks Shelley for money.
I
So,
presume that Shelley was never reimbursed after this. Yeah, Shelley throws Vera his wallet. Whoa! Shit,
whoa,
pretty thing.
whoa, whoa, it's a wallet.
Yeah. And then the biker Fox grabs it, and then Shelley's accosted by Fox's accomplice, Ali and Loco. I was like, sorry, why are they? What, what was
Why is it Fox, Loco, and Ali? That's just a name.
Loco might be a name. And then after much back and forth, Fox
My
gives the
name's
wallet back.
Loco. What's your surname? Down in Acapulco. All one word.
Oh. Anyway, Fox gives the wallet back, and then Vera and Shelley leave. And then outside, Shelley crashes into the car, his car into the biker's bikes, which really pisses off Ali. And then Ali smashes all the windows of the car, and then Shelley runs around and drives over the biker's wheels, which impresses Vera but makes Ali angry. He was like, I got him, that was amazing. It was like, was it? He just kind of ran over his tire of his bike. I don't think he
You,
really
you
back.
ran over it carefully so you didn't damage your own car. So,
Yeah,
and as we later find out, that bike is still in perfect working order.
exactly. Then we get a shit yo-yo effect with Andy. Whoa!
That goes on for about a minute.
Yeah, far too
A
much.
solid minute is like, whoa, look, we got it. We got it. Look what we did. We got it. I was in the research, some of the 3D stuff took so long to film. The one with Shelley throwing his wallet in particular said it had so many takes that the crew started to really fucking hate him because he couldn't get it right.
I'd get annoyed with shit like that though as well. Like, I mean, doing takes anyway is annoying, but imagine just doing something so precise again and again and again. Shelley and Vera arrive back with Jason watching from the barn. Ooh.
Spends
Um,
all of his time hiding in this fucking barn. It's like, my barn, stay out of
now,
my barn.
now, this is weird, right? Because yeah, he does hide in the barn and he's in the shadows and you see him at the window and they're always hiding his face and stuff. But it's so odd because we've already seen that it's Jason from watching part two. We know it's Jason.
Yeah.
It's not like there's a mystery of who is this killer. Although I do kind of like that he's always in the background and stuff. Um, yeah, Ricky's angry about the car, but then him and Chris end up leaving. And then he's like, I've had it. Oh, well, your friends, oh, it's too much. I was like, what do you mean it's too much? What's happened? The car got a bit
It,
wrecked. That was it.
it wasn't their fault. It was these aggressive bikers. Also, it's only been a few hours.
If that, maybe a half hour. Debbie wants to go sexy swimming with Andy, so she grabs some towels at the van and heads to the lake. But wait, it's those pesky bikers, and they've come to steal the petrol and burn the barn down. I was like, how did they know where they lived? There could have been many houses around here.
Why have they escalated to arson?
He's like, he knocked our bikes over, ran over the wheel. Now we're going to set fire to everything.
We're going to burn them all alive. That's what we're going to do. That seems like a reasonable level of response.
Yeah, because Fox doesn't really want her to do it. He goes, it's all right, baby. No one's going to get hurt. How do you know no one's going to get hurt?
You don't know what's in that barn. There might be
Exactly.
like a bunch of kids hiding in there.
That's it. Or a bald man who wants to kill you. Anyway,
Look, I've never been in a barn. Let
well,
me tell you.
so you say. Anyway, uh, Fox spots the barn and starts snooping around in there
Yeah,
with
why
Jason
is she just
watching.
poking around in an old barn? She's like, oh, a barn. She just goes in there. She's looking at all the stuff, and there's like a hanging shoe. And she
Uh,
gets the hanging shoe. She's like, it's like, why are you laughing at a shoe? Who
I
laughs at a shoe?
don't know. Maybe it
And then
reminds her of a happier time or something. I don't know.
oh, I remember when I had shoes. And then she, she looks up the bar like, "Who's up there?" It's like, you are trespassing. It is none of your business. He's fucking up there.
Yeah,
Leave the barn.
the person who owns the barn might be in the barn. Then she almost falls on a pitchfork. And then,
It's clumsy.
ooh, Ali sends Loco to go set fire at the barn, and we find Fox who's swinging on the rope. And then when he
I
looks
love,
away, God,
I love the way Loco runs to the barn. He's like all
yeah,
like subtle, despite the fact it's broad fucking daylight. He's holding a massive red canister.
with a
It's
cigarette
like
in his mouth.
he can see you a fucking mile away.
Yeah,
What are you crouching for?
bizarre. Yeah, Fox is swinging on a rope, and then Loco looks away for a second. When he looks back, she's gone. I was like, oh, that's cool. He's just on the rope going back and forth by itself.
I
Loco looks
thought for a
around.
minute that somebody might go on fire here, but they do not have the budget or the skill to achieve
Oh no,
that. So
yeah,
nobody's going on fire.
no. No, I always like that when Jason did some sort of ironic death for people, but no, no, there is no fire. Loco looks around inside and sees Fox impaled through the throat with that pitchfork. Was like, that's quite a cool effect how they did that. And then Loco is stabbed also with a pitchfork by Jason in a shit 3D effect. Oh, that's lazy. Keep that up,
Whoa!
Aaron.
Whoa! Pitchfork. See, this is where I've written down. Right, the 3D in this film spoils any kind of tension
Mm,
because you have to slow it right down, way down, to get the effect of the 3D. So you get the pitchfork coming into the camera like really slowly
yeah,
and hovering there for a minute. So you don't get any sort of, not that there is a lot of tension or fright in these films. Also because of the way they filmed the 3D, they had to have all the lights. There's so
yeah.
many more lights involved. So everything's really brightly lit. So again, you don't get those shadows or
Mhm.
people hiding or jumping out. There's one good jump scare in this film. It didn't make me jump, but it was good. It was well executed, and I'll tell you when we get to it. You don't get anything like that bit in number two where the guy in the wheelchair gets the machete in the face and goes tumbling down the
Yeah,
stairs
that bit's cool. Yeah,
because you can't have it happen that quick because you've got to do the 3D. So you'd have had like a machete very slowly coming into the screen. It just robs it of its
yeah,
of that jolt and that thing you want from horror.
yeah.
Anyway,
No, no, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Ali comes in to find them both, but finds a lifeless Loco. Just goes and falls down on him.
it's a good fall,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
and he
Some of the stunts in
maintains
this is good.
being dead.
Yeah. Jason then emerges. The guy who plays Jason's a hell of a stuntman, I must say, in this movie. Yeah, he jumps down. He goes to have a fight with Ollie, and he easily knocks him out. And he starts clubbing him with something. I was like, "What's he hitting him with?" I couldn't work out what he was hitting him with, like tire iron or something
It's
like
that shoe. It's that shoe that Fox was smiling at. It's just beating him with a shoe.
that. And that supposedly kills Ollie.
Hmm.
Andy's doing handstands outside. Wonder if this will come back. And then
Do you get the
Rick.
sense that that wasn't planned and they just realised that the actor could do that? They're like, well, we'll just put that in.
Oh yeah, why not?
Because otherwise, you've got a cast, you're like, can you do handstands? No, well, then you're not going to be in the film, I'm
Yeah,
afraid.
I'm sorry. You've got all these acting credentials, but you can't handstand. Right, Rick and Chris have gone somewhere close by for a chat and have left the headlights on Herbie, which really annoyed me. And then Rick wants to know why Chris is back, and Rick is being a bit of a dick. It's like, you're being very aggressive to this woman. Like, she told you she's had a bit of trauma about something. He's like, oh, I just don't get it. I don't understand you. Uh, Back at the cabin, Shelley and Andy are juggling while the hippies are passed out. And
these
then,
these kids know how to party. They're having a juggling contest.
yeah, they're not all getting wasted or whatever. The
No,
hippies aren't
they're,
sharing the weed. Like,
they're so fucking lame. They're
so
just so
lame.
lame.
So lame. Kind of feel sorry for them when they get killed. They're not that obnoxious enough to get killed, but they're not that fun either. They're just kind of
They're just,
just boring.
I don't think their parents would even have cared. They'd be like, what, our boring kids? I don't care. They're pretty dull.
Yeah.
Most exciting thing they ever did was get murdered.
Yep. Debbie suggests that her and Andy should go and have sex in a hammock. And then Shelley is checking out Vera's house while juggling. And he starts to tell her feelings, and she just shuts him down immediately as, oh, poor bastard.
Which it's weird because she goes to bend over by the fireplace for some reason, and the camera just lingers on her ass.
Yeah, 3D. Whoa!
Whoa, ass!
And then Vera goes outside. Shelley calls her a bitch under his breath.
Oh, I know. This is the bit where she's like, he's like, oh, I think I might like you. She's like, I don't think so. I'm gonna go outside for a few moments, then we'll talk. Talk about what? You've just said no. What are you gonna tell him no some more? Give him some
Yeah.
reasons why to no. You're gonna go into in depth as to why you don't want to have sex with him. One, your hair. Two, your face. Three, your body. Four, your personality. Five, your smell. Six, the way you run. Seven,
Oh, God.
the fact that you committed vehicular damage earlier to somebody else's property. It's not cool, Shelley. It's not cool. Um, and then he called her a bitch under his breath. I'm like, he is like the original incel, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is so like self-pitying nice guy. Like, oh, well, bitch, you don't like me. I'm just funny and nice. All right, incel, fucking go back to your mum's basement.
The thing is, I didn't even think Vera was being a bitch. She sort of shut him down and just said, look, I'm going to go out for a bit and we'll come back and chat. She's talking to him all throughout. She's complimenting, saying, oh, you're good at juggling and stuff like that. She's been perfectly nice to him. She just doesn't fancy him. Like,
But
I
that's
think
it.
that's fair.
it's that nice guy problem where somebody thinks if a woman is nice to them, it means that they fancy them, and they think that somehow they should just have sex with them for no reason. It's insane, and there are people out there who think like this, right? These people are fucking mental. Like
Yeah,
just because a woman is nice to you doesn't mean she's gonna have sex with you,
yeah.
and nor does she owe you a goddamn thing.
No, no. And again, I still question that Chris knew how hot Vera was. Why did she set him up with her with Shelley? Like she must have known that it wasn't going to work. But that rascal Jason is walking around outside with old Jenny.
She goes outside to just stand there. She doesn't go and do anything. She just walks outside and just stops.
Yeah, it's not like she went outside for a fag or anything. She just literally,
Yes. She went outside to have a look about.
yeah,
Just want to get away from Shelley and his smell. More like
yeah.
smelly.
Oh, smelly. Andy and Debbie are discussing the logistics of sex and hammer. Kind of put down that as an interesting discussion.
It's
Uh,
it's it's a terrible line of dialogue here because he's like, "How do we do it? Well, first we take our clothes off, and then you lie on top of me, or I lie on top of you." He's like, "I know how to do it. I mean, how do we do it in the hammock?" It's like, oh, for God's sake, she just made a joke, and you couldn't even just like, what is the point of that line? Like, it's so
there is a
badly written,
there
and
is a
even if the acting wasn't terrible, and it is terrible, you wouldn't be able to deliver that in a way that sounds good. She goes, she says it, well, first we do blah, blah, blah. You don't then go, I know how. You just go, I meant in the hammock. Right? That's it. That's all you need to say.
yeah.
Even that's redundant.
I think you're analysing this way too much, but yeah, yeah.
Well, no, it just makes me fucking angry that people got paid for this shit.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible, terrible script writing.
And then she's like, well, I'm sure we'll figure something out. He goes, I'll think of something. It's like, oh, God almighty. It's like it's been written by someone who's never spoken English before.
I
It's
mean, it
just
might
what
have
she
been.
just said. You just said it a slightly different way, you dickhead.
We then get some exposition about Chris and this incident she keeps referring to. So we learn that a couple of years ago, Chris was on a date with Rick, and when she came home, she had a massive argument with her parents, and her mother hit Chris, and then she stormed out and hid in the woods.
So extreme. Also, the reason they're having a big argument is because she was trying to go on a date with a man 25 years older than her.
Well, yeah, I think you'd hit the roof if your daughter did that, right?
Hi, I'm Rick. I'm 42.
It's like, my daughter's 16, get out. Right. And then once in the woods, she encountered Jason, who attacked her, but for some reason didn't kill her. And then she blacked out. And then she woke up in her bed, but she maintains it wasn't a dream and it really happened and it haunts her. I was like, no, hang on a minute.
Yeah,
So, so, you're,
there's
so did this incident happen before Friday the 13th Part 2? So, if so, Jason didn't begin his massacre at Part 2. He was randomly attacking people a couple of years prior. And did he try to
mm,
kill her or molest her? Or there's so many questions.
yeah. I mean, the insinuation is that he molested her, which is
Yeah.
not really Jason's MO.
Nope.
At no point in any of the other films does he do anything like that. If anything, if you're having sex, he's more likely to try and kill you.
Yeah.
Um, he's wearing the clothes he stole from the washing line at the beginning of the film.
That's
So,
true.
I mean, he should at the very least be in his dungarees.
Uh,
No, he's attacking her several years prior, 2 years prior.
mhm.
So roughly at the same time that his mum is killing a bunch of people, he's attacking women in the parents rescue her, take home, and never talk of it again.
Yeah, it does make sense.
Would you not call the police? Now, I mean, my daughter is only 5 months old, but when she's a teenager, if something like this happened, I'd call the police.
No, no, we're just going to sweep this under the carpet. Never
But you
happened.
never talk of it again. You're attacked by a weird, ugly, malformed man in the woods. I shan't like to talk about it.
Well, the only thing I can
Ruined a
think
perfectly
of,
good pair of shoes rescuing you from the woods.
but maybe they just found her passed out in the woods, and they don't know about the Jason incident, but they don't want to mention about the argument of the smacking her in the face. I don't know.
The mum was like, "We best not kill anyone because I did wallop her."
Yeah, that is assault.
Yeah, it's so weird to have this in the middle of a schlocky horror film, especially when delivered by somebody who cannot deliver the serial.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I tried to get away, but I couldn't. He kept catch me again and again. Yeah, it's
I
not good.
screamed and I kicked. Also, I did notice when the car, because I'm sure you'll get to, the car's batteries now run down because they'll have fucking lights on. Um,
Yeah, I've written down.
it-
That's what happens, Rick, when you leave the lights on. He's like, I charged it yesterday. He's like, oh, all right then.
you know what also apparently happens is your windscreen is miraculously fixed.
Yeah, and the window.
It's all fine.
All fine, fine. Chuck the Stoner goes outside to take a shit. As I've written down cabins don't seem to have toilets in them, apparently. Every toilet in these films seems to be outside. Why? It's the 80s. Then someone starts shaking the toilet, and naturally they assume it's Shelley. I guess Shelley likes shaking toilets. And then,
That's why it smells like
well, yeah. And I've written, so this is someone else in this film who hasn't wiped their ass properly post shit. This really annoyed me. So Chuck just pulls his pants up and walks off. I was like, no, Chuck.
Maybe he was taking a sit down wee. You don't know.
No, that's true. That's true. Yeah, but we know Harold wasn't because we could hear him going on. Plippity plop.
That's his sloppy habits.
Oh. Now, I'm not sure if this was the jump scare, but I thought we had
It
a
is.
terrible. Oh, so yeah, Chili startles Chuck, and
It's the only one that
yeah,
actually works.
there's one a
Because
bit later with
she legitimately comes out of nowhere. It's like, oh, good.
yeah, because he sees someone going in the barn, which is Jason, and then yeah, Chili comes out and
Yeah.
startles him. They go in the barn again, assuming it's Shelley, but they don't find anyone in there.
Why is everybody so fascinated with this barn of mystery?
Yeah, so oh, a door swung open. Up, maybe it's windy. We learn later it's a very windy night.
Yeah, but randomly for a minute. Also,
Yeah,
if I saw a random person I didn't know go into a barn, I'd be like, I'm not going to go in that barn.
no,
Feels like it might be a mistake to follow a random stranger into a barn. A stranger I would describe as hulking into a barn.
yeah, he's a big bastard. And also, why does this barn have so many machetes in there? But do barns need machetes? Scythes, maybe. Why a machete?
I
I don't
don't
know.
know. You
There's
got to
so
cut
many
down
in
all
there.
that bamboo.
Yeah, that's it. Right. Vera's sitting by the lake, and then someone grabs her, and then we see that it's Shelley dressed up in a wetsuit and a hockey mask with a spear. I was
Such a
like, what?
such
Why
such a
did you think
dickhead.
this would work? Why? What?
Yeah, what do you think is going to happen? And he says, he says, I just going to show you the beautiful girls like you shouldn't go hanging around outside as alone. That's a fucking creepy thing to say to somebody, Shelley, when
Really
you've got
creepy.
what we later find out to be a working spear gun in your hand.
Yeah. Now I couldn't work out if that was his spear. It looked like he's holding a spear, but then later on, Jason's got a harpoon gun. I was like, was that Shelley's, or did he just find that
I
lurking around?
assume so, because why would that be in a fucking barn?
Well, yeah, yeah, exactly.
I can almost see a machete, but we don't need a harpoon.
No, you don't. And then
Well, there
yeah,
might be whales. You never know.
in that makeshift lake over there.
I mean, it's unlikely Moby Dick will come by, but we can't rule it out entirely.
Yeah. Yeah, then Vera gets angry with Shelley for doing these stupid pranks, and he's like, I has to because, I'm a nobody. And then he walks off all sad, and then she even starts feeling sorry for him. It's like, I fucking wouldn't. He
No,
just
fuck him.
he grabbed you, he scared you, and then just sulked off. I was like, fuck that guy.
He's brought him on. He's brought all of this on himself.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely. Shelley goes into the barn, but okay, why not?
He's just goes into the bar.
Oh yeah, because he goes,
So
Chuck, Chili, you in there? Is you doing something in there that I shouldn't see? Well, don't go in there then.
if they're banging in the barn, mate, you dirty pervert, don't go be looking at them banging in the barn. Also, you're in a wetsuit, you're soaking, you're not wearing any shoes. Go in the house. There's a lot
Yeah.
of people walking around with no goddamn shoes on in this film.
Yeah,
In,
bloody
in the
hippies.
woods.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just irresponsible. Yeah, and also he carries that hockey mask in there. I was like, hmm.
Mm. It's such a
Uh,
shit way for him to get the hockey mask. He nicks it off a fucking incel.
yeah, it'd be better if Shelley was wearing it and he just murdered him and then you just saw him take it off his face or something like
No,
that.
but just in any way, just him getting it from Shelley. Ugh.
Yeah, I guess maybe if it was just like on the wall or something, he just took it. I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. Um, then what happened? And then for some reason, Vera hasn't given Shelley his wallet back all during this time, and she's just looking through it. And then she accidentally drops it in the lake by accident. And then as she goes to retrieve it, that's when we finally see Jason in all his glory, wearing the hockey mask. He looks cool as shit. And then he just points that harpoon gun and shoots her right in the fucking eye. I was like, that's amazing.
Just shambles along and then he just kind of goes. He's
Shalon just walks off. It's so good.
he's just got a kind of like, that's that done. It's the thing is, it's frustrating thing about this one. The dialogue and the acting is so bad, but it's got some of the best kills of the series in it.
Yeah, very inventive. That's what I liked about it. I think it's probably why I resonated when I was a kid as well, because it wasn't just hacking people with a machete. He was just killing people all these inventive
Mm.
ways. Oh, sorry, we missed a bit. When Shelley goes in the bar, there's this really shit jump scare where something falls down. He goes, ah! And it's like,
It's like a horse
okay,
head. It's like, oh.
okay, whatever. Um, yeah, and then
Actually, this was well before she gets shot in the eye. She thought it was Shelley for a moment. What do you think? He'd grown a foot and lost about 60 pounds in the last 2 minutes.
and took off the wetsuit and put completely
Yeah,
dry clothes on, lost his hair. Is it Shelley? And she was like, "Who are you?" No, come on, that's not funny. I was like, "No, it ain't. When someone's pointing a gun at you, that's not funny at
yeah.
all."
Also, you don't know him. Run.
Yeah, yeah. Hell of a shot though. Yeah, can you imagine if he missed? Oh fuck.
Oh,
Just beat her with it.
wait
Uh,
there. I've got another one back in the shed.
yeah. Andy and Debbie have finished their sexual activity, and then Debbie goes off to take a shower. But oh no, Jason's inside with a machete, just really slowly walking up the stairs. Like, oh shit's gonna go down. As Debbie's showering, Andy comes in doing a handstand, and leaves still doing the handstand to go fetch beers. I've written down,
It's like,
she's supposed to be pregnant.
well, that's what I put. Don't be drinking it. She wouldn't have had the weed earlier because she was pregnant. Beer, fine.
Oh yeah,
Anything below 5% ABV, fine.
it's fine. American beer's weak as piss anyway. It's fine. And then Jason finds, and this is my favorite kill in the film. Like he's doing the handstand, and then Jason looks down, and just fucking gets him with the cock when it just slices him off. It's like wicked, so good.
It's a really good one. It's a really good kill. It's one of those ones as well because this happens a lot with the Friday films. This film and a lot of the subsequent ones is they cut the MPAA,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Motion
yeah,
Picture Association of America, um, cut a lot of it. So this was one. There's a couple in this film that had
yeah.
much gorier cuts, but they're all lost. You can't see them. They're gone. They all got destroyed.
Unless sometimes you can get like a print from Germany or something like that,
Yeah.
like, they tend to be uncut. But there's one particular bit we'll get to it in a second that I remember when I watched the VHS release, it was cut to shit. And even part four, I remember in part four, Jason gets killed by a machete into the head, right? And then
Mm,
it cut away. If you see the proper one, he falls down on the machete and it goes
yeah.
much further into his head. And I never remember seeing that as a kid. Oh shit,
Yeah.
that's so
Yeah.
cool. Then what happens? Yeah, and then Debbie gets into the hammock and she's reading a copy of Fangoria, which I thought was a nice
Wouldn't
touch.
Yeah, with an article about Tom Savini in it.
Yeah, yeah.
But would Debbie, when she left the bathroom,
Hmm.
not have noticed quite a lot of blood on the floor, or did Jason mop it up?
Yeah, before placing Andy above her, right? Did he mop
Why
up
did he
all the
do
blood?
that?
Oh,
He's
no.
so theatrical for no reason.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna pop that there. I'm gonna pop that there. Bit of a breeze, that'll come down. That'd be nice. Frighten someone.
And there's no rhyme or reason. Some of the bodies he moves and places in places, and some of these just doesn't bother. He just like
Yeah,
like Vera just nonchalantly just walks off like, yeah, whatever.
still in. She's still in the make. He's like, no,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. I think the lake's good.
Yeah. But the bit with Debbie, when she looks above and sees Andy, the first time I ever watched this video, they cut that bit out. You don't see Andy all hacked up. So all the blood drips there, then it's never paid off. It's like, well, where's that blood coming from? And then,
There's the blood drip there. It's like, hey, where's this coming from? It's like, there's blood for a start.
yeah, why aren't you freaked out?
Well, yeah. What's all this blood? Where's this blood all coming from? Oh,
Yeah,
anywhere's bad.
yeah. And then from below her, yeah, Jason stabs her through the back of the throat, which is very much like Bacon in the first one. Chris and Rick are walking back because Herbie's run out of battery, and then Chuck is making popcorn and making a right mess, which was really pissing me off.
Whoa!
3D popcorn.
Also,
Then
we
what?
just breezed over the fact that she's just killed the pregnant woman.
Well, this is again my point. What is the point of her being pregnant? It
I was
comes to
like,
nothing.
if you're going to be nasty like that and make her pregnant so you can kill a pregnant woman, stab her in the stomach. Be real
Exactly.
fucking nasty
Yeah,
about it.
exactly.
Or
No,
don't bother.
yeah, or have her be the one who survives, the final girl, something like that. But yeah, no.
I also have no idea how the Stoners are still alive. They've basically had no fucking dialogue up until this point. They've just been there.
Yeah,
Until that bit in the barn, they did nothing. They just
no,
sat on the sofa being asleep.
exactly. Pointless. The power goes off, so Chuck goes off to the cellar to check the fuse box. I've written down that sounds like a plan that can't go wrong.
It's also like nothing to be afraid of. It's like, yeah, well, yeah, but put some fucking shoes on. It's all dirty down there, you dirty, dirty hippie.
Fucking hippie. Oh yeah, then this bit makes no sense. Shelley then arrives back to the cabin and his throat's been slit, and naturally Shelley doesn't believe it because Boy Cry Wolf was like, hang on a minute.
Yeah, fucking.
Jason got that mask 10 minutes ago. How is Shelley still alive? For 10 minutes he should have gone, ah! Out of his throat.
I mean, I'd be interested to know how long it would take someone with that kind of injury to bleed out. Probably not. Well, I mean, even if
Couple of
you
minutes.
didn't die, well, I mean, maybe, but even if you didn't die, you'd have lost enough blood that you wouldn't be wandering around.
No, exactly. Yeah, I get why they do it because it's like the boy who cried wolf payoff and all that sort of stuff, but it should have happened much sooner, much
Yeah.
sooner. Right. Then Jason appears behind Chuck in the cellar, which is really cool. He turns on the light and he's just behind him, but he just throws him in the electrics, which is a bit of a lazy way to die. And he's done it a
They
few
use
times in
that
these
in the
films.
they use almost that exact bit in the remake.
Do they?
One of the stoners in the remake goes down to turn the power on,
Mm.
and yeah, and he turns around and he's right there.
Ah, that's cool. Uh, Chili then realizes Shelley really is dead, and she starts hilariously going, "Oh my God,
Oh
Shelley's
God!
dead! Oh my God! Oh my God!" It's so
Oh
good.
no, he's dead. Shelley's dead. Oh God!
And she's
It's
just
so
slowly
bad.
walking up the
It's so,
stairs.
just going. Ah!
And then
And
Jason
then
gets,
she's walking back down again.
"Oh
Ah!
no!" And then Jason just gets a red hot poker and stabs her with it. It's like, yeah.
That bit's cut. There was a longer version of that as well, where you saw her
Oh
properly get stabbed
really?
with it. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm gonna have to try and get these German uncut versions. Right. Also during this time, it's got very windy outside. I think.
Just in time for the end.
Yeah. Chris and Rick arrive back, noting it's quiet, a little too quiet.
Quiet. I mean, that that level of acting or worse. Also, they've been away for the whole fucking thing. It's something you said about that. Well, it's hard to believe the wild ones are already in bed. They were having a juggling contest.
Which ones are the wild
Wild,
ones?
wild my ass.
Shelley and his wild pranks. Oh, and
But
then
also,
Chris.
their characteristics they like to have sex also already in fucking bed.
Oh, yeah, and also they're a couple who are having a kid. They just I don't know.
Well, it's 9:30. Off to bed. That's
Yeah,
the juggling done.
yeah. Chris and Rick see that the bird popcorn and the power is out and everyone's gone, and then Rick goes off to investigate by himself what's going on. What could
Well, I
go
don't know
wrong,
what's
Rick?
going on, but I'm going to go outside and take a look around.
So bad.
It's so bad.
Outside, Jason squeezes Rick's head on an obvious puppet, and the eye comes out. And they're like,
Whoop. Whoa! It's a bit where she goes out to look for him, and he's just round the corner going, and he dies like a little bitch.
remember even as a kid thinking that bit was shit. Chris is now the final girl, even though she hasn't been here for half the film, and notices there's a flood upstairs. So she goes upstairs and finds blood-stained clothes in the bath. And I've put, why has Jason put those in there? Is he intending on washing them and wearing them later?
Oh, the blood on all of these clothes. Also, she's like, "Oh, where's that coming from?" Up she goes, and she's kind of picks them up. She's looking. I'm like, "Hmm." It's like, okay, all right, run.
Yeah,
Don't just stand there like a fucking muppet looking at this. Oh God.
blood-stained clothes, and she barely reacts.
I don't
Uh,
know what kind of games you guys are playing, but I don't like it.
yeah,
Oh,
I think she actually says that. Yeah,
yeah, she does. I wrote that
yeah.
down verbatim. So that is a fucking terrible line. I mean, you could deliver that line well. You could. She does not.
She does not. Chris can't find Rick anywhere, and boy, is it windy outside. And suddenly, out of nowhere, Loco falls down from a tree on a rope. Like,
That's what I mean. Like Jason put like, slight breeze, knock her down. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. That'll start it off. Final girl circuit. I'll know where she's going. I've got it all laid out in my head. Also, she'll be like, "Oh no, the body of a man I do not know.
she
Who's this dead?
breaks out.
Who's this
Never a
dead man in a tree?"
never a bath full of bloody water and her friend's clothes. No, no, random man in a tree. Chris is
I
panicked.
was written down here. The wind has come out of nowhere, probably to signify her emotional trauma.
Oh, yes, that's what it was. Very poignant. Um, Chris is panicked and starts trying to lock all the windows and doors from that dreadful wind. And Rick is thrown through the window.
The comic timing and that is brilliant. The bit where she,
It's
Rick, help me. One, two, three, to the
smashed.
window. It's so shit.
Rick, help me! Then Chris sees Jason coming with an axe and he gives chase to Chris and then throws a bookshelf on him.
That was Jason.
Oh!
That was Jason's real weakness, illiteracy.
Oh, Christ. Chris then locks herself in a closet but discovers Debbie's dead body. And then as Jason is hacking the door down with an axe, Chris pulls out the knife from Debbie's neck and, and then stabs Jason in the hand with it and then the knee.
Of course, she wasn't stabbed in the neck. She was stabbed through the shoulder blade in the chest. So, and also, he's thwarted by a locked door. again. It
again.
takes him so long to get through that door. He's like, oh,
Also, when she stabs him in the hand and the knee, this is one of the only times you just go, oh, like that. Normally, just doesn't react whenever he gets hit
no.
with something. Um, Jason throws the knife at Chris. Whoa! But it just about misses. Chris tries escaping out of the window, but Jason tries pulling her back, but she manages to break free. And then when he comes back downstairs, she wallops him with a log, and he goes flying. I was like, that was a hell of a stunt.
He just comes out the front door and just cracks him.
Yeah, really good.
Oh, also, then now that he gives chase, he got over that leg stab pretty fucking quick, didn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah, he
He's
did.
stabbed in the goddamn knee. If you got stabbed
Yeah,
in the knee, you wouldn't be walking,
be
let
so
alone
fucking
running. Also, he
painful.
appears to have taken the time to clean his trousers
Yeah.
because they're quite light blue and there's not a lot of blood on it.
Well, he's been washing clothes upstairs, so he probably put a fresh pair on.
Oh no, she's gone. Well, I just best stop to change my trousers first. No reason not to look your best.
Chris gets in the van and starts driving, but Jason's managed to teleport to the end of the road. And then he dives out the way before the van can run him over. Love
He's
it.
not stupid. Whoa!
No. The van then conks out on the bridge as those pesky arseholes stole the petrol earlier. And then Jason is attacking her in the van. Then she winds the window up, trapping his hands, and he just headbutts the glass, which I thought was good. Oh, no, then what happens? And then Jason gives chase to Chris again, and then she makes her way at the barn, of course. Of course.
Fucking barn.
Why
Why
not?
wouldn't you go to the barn?
Yeah. Jason follows her, he secures the door and starts looking around with Chris, who's hiding from a beam. And then Jason smashes shit up in the barn, and then Chris drops down and knocks him over. I was like, he would be knocked over by that. She climbs to the top of the barn after knocking Jason out with a shovel, and then she ties a noose round his neck and hangs him out the barn door, and it looks fucking cool. How did they do that stunt? It was very good.
I think it's a harness under the shirt. I think you can kind of see that it's not straight. It's not on his neck. It's kind of on his back. Also, that's fucking savage. She's like, oh, I knocked him down. Right, tell you what, I'll hang him.
He's a murderer. He's killed all her
Normally,
friends.
normally in these films, people are like, "Oh, well, I'm not a murderer, so I'm not going to murder the person." It's stupid. You should always murder someone that's trying to murder you. But she just fucking. It's not even like stoves his head in or something. She fucking hangs him.
She's done this before. She knew exactly what she was doing. She knew exactly what she was making that noose. And then you think he's dead, and then she goes outside, but he isn't dead. With all of his core strength, he pulls himself back up, and as he's taking off the nose, she pulls up the mask, and she sees that it's the ugly man who attacked her from
But I
earlier.
love the fact he does that. He's just like, uh, uh,
He goes, he goes, like,
you remember me?
it's like it's you, and then
Well, who
oh,
else the fuck do you think it was? He's wearing the same clothes.
yeah, you can't be alive. And
Why?
then
Why can't he be alive?
because he's just been hung. How
Oh,
can you?
right.
No way you can survive that.
Well, fair enough.
And then, as Jason goes to kill her, suddenly Ollie emerges. He's been there this whole time. Why has no one found Ali before? If he's just been lying in a bunch of hay, everyone's been going in that barn in this film. Why has no one found Ali
It's because
lying
he's
there?
gone behind a door for some reason. Also, if you've been unconscious for that long, you have brain damage.
Yeah, yeah. And then as he goes to stop me, Jason just turns around and cuts off his arm off. It's like, oh,
So I remember this being a bit longer. I remember having more of a fight with him. Nope.
no, no. And then when he's on the floor, he starts to go, doom, doom, just starts slowly hacking him up.
She must also be thinking, who the fuck is that? Who's this guy? Where's he come from?
Why'd you chop his arm off?
Wasn't very nice.
No. And then Chris takes an axe and proper wallops Jason in the head with it, and then he finally collapses. Side down.
Not before he comes at the camera in 3D. Jeez. Also, that axe mark on the mask
Yeah,
stays there for the entire series.
it does.
So there is some weird continuity.
Yeah, yeah. And even when they've replaced the mask and they've actually said it's a replacement, like when he's nicked it off other people, it's still got the crack hairs on. That doesn't make sense. That's not the original one with a crack in it. All right. Um, then what happens? Then Chris gets in a canoe and drifts off to the lake like part one. I was like, why the fuck would you just start walking until you found
Yeah.
some help? Why would you just get in a canoe?
You know what I feel like now? Canoeing. You know where I'll be safe? On this dirty, dirty pond, which
Yeah,
apparently is a lake, but is a pond.
it's a makeshift pond. Chris wakes up all startled and then sees Jason maskless looking at her through the window
Before that, she
upstairs.
gets frightened by a log. The log bumps into the Canoe
And a
just
duck.
oh,
Yeah.
a duck. I've been frightened by a log before. Shit, I mean.
Whoa. Yeah, and then Jason busts through the door downstairs. He just comes off its hinges and he starts running the water. But then when she turns around, the door isn't broken. And what's going on? And then for some fucking reason, zombie Mrs. Voorhees comes out of the water and drags Chris down. Why? It makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
He's never called Jason in this film. They don't know that's Jason Voorhees. She doesn't know the lore about his mother. She never
She's
met
never met
his
his mum.
mother. What? It doesn't make any sense. Well, it
I mean,
turns out,
him coming towards her through that door is quite creepy. It's
yeah,
quite a neat little like the way that he's running, the way that he looks proper like deformed is really.
yeah.
And also Mrs. Voorhees, it doesn't make a bit of sense. And it's stupid, but like the mask is so because it's got worms coming out of it that are wriggling all around. It's fucking disgusting.
Horrible. And also, Mrs. Voorhees has her head back and she never went in the lake. So none of it
No,
makes sense. Well, it turns out all that was bullshit anyway. And because the cops arrived, they're like, oh, she said some tale about a woman in the lake or whatever. And then Chris has gone mental. And I believe that's meant to be an homage to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the way she's acting in the
yeah,
back of the car. I don't
mad
know.
as a bag of spanners.
Yeah. Which would make sense. If you've been through all that trauma, you're probably going to have PTSD for life.
I
You
mean,
know?
she's gone through what 25 solid minutes of trauma.
That's true, actually. It's not like this
She's good.
whole movie's been pursuing her or whatever.
No,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
got back. Everyone was dead. That was it.
Yeah. And then the film ends on focusing on Jason the bomb, the axe in his head, and the lake, and then cut to credits of funky music.
This fits,
Right, so that was Friday the 13th, Part 3 in 3D.
wasn't it?
Wow,
Just
wasn't it? Right, so we were kids. You were like 15, I was like 7.
yeah.
What did we love about this film back then?
Ooh, Friday the 13th. I enjoy slasher films. Always have done. And again, as I said, it's a time that I would have watched it, which would have been probably like 14 or 15.
Mm,
Would have been that time when you're trying to consume all the horror films and all the slasher films you can.
yeah, yeah,
And just
sure.
to see another one's pretty cool. Like there's very few from that time in particular where I wouldn't have enjoyed it to some
Mm,
degree.
yeah.
How about you?
For me, there is just something about this one, right? Because the first Friday the 13th is boring, right? Even as a kid, I thought it was
Well,
boring. The reveal at the end is like, all right. Like, I appreciate it now. It's a revenge story, but it's kind of like, oh, she was the killer. That's crap. And in
yeah,
the second one, I just thought Jason looked stupid with that flour sack stroke pillowcase over his
I
head. I was
quite
like,
like it. It's a bit the sound. There's the Texarkana killer wore a flour sack. The real.
oh,
There's
really?
a, yeah. There's a film about it called The Town That Dreaded Sundown. It's two actually. There's an
Ah,
original and a
yeah,
remake.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Same thing. Same thing.
Okay, yeah, but there was just something about the hockey mask I fucking loved. I thought it was cool. I thought the Jason looked better. Now he was bald rather than having like all the long
Mm,
hair like
I
the
mean,
Jason the one before.
bald is better.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, people who are bald are, tend to be mental. Um, yeah, just the makeup looked really good. The kills were great. The harpooned, awesome. Chopping Harley's arm was off. The way Jason got hung was really cool. The meat cleaver, the chest, all the kills, the poker, all of
They
it.
are. They have got some of the best kills in the series.
Yeah, and it's just I like the setting. I like the barn setting because it was different. Because the first two films are about a camp council. This one's a little bit different. Like, oh, it's a summer home. It's like, oh, no one's safe around that area. He'll just literally just
Mm.
work his way around the whole area, just murdering everyone. Um, yeah, I just thought it was kind of funny in parts, like with Shelley. Maybe not now, but when I was a kid. But yeah, there was something about this one, and it's short, sharp, to the point. I don't think I ever liked the ending. I found it confusing. Um,
I feel like it just ends. Like it
yeah,
just ends.
but how else do you end a movie like that, apart from
Also, I
everyone
find it
celebrating that he's dead or something?
it's my least favorite bit of any of these films is the bit when it's just her and the final girl and Jason left because
Mm.
you know you're in for 15 minutes of running around. It's like I don't have time in my life to watch this anymore.
Yeah, at least the fourth one does something different because it's Tommy and his sister survive at the
Yeah,
end. Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
there's a scene at the end. There isn't just people
yeah,
running
yeah,
around. Yeah.
yeah, correct. Um, don't think I hated anything. I didn't really enjoy the ending. Although I did like you said, when he's looking through the window and he's running out, but
Yeah,
the whole
it's quite
Mrs.
creepy.
Voorhees, but the Mrs. Voorhees bit ruined the shit out of it. Ugh. Right, what about now? What do you love about it now, or like about it, or whatever?
Well, still the kills. The kills are great.
Yeah,
Even
very good.
in their slightly cut format, they are some of the most iconic kills of the series and
Mhm.
still really inventive.
Yeah, yeah.
That'll be about it.
What do you hate about it?
The script is awful.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, it's so
insultingly
bad.
bad.
So
Um,
bad.
it's so perfunctory. Like every character sounds the same. It's when you say like there are films where it's clearly written by a person that hasn't got the ability to write anything other than just the blandest, most pointless dialogue. You could give any line to any other character with
Yeah.
few exceptions, and it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just saying things just to move it along. Um, the acting is also abysmal. They are not capable. Like they're like, oh, Shelley, he was found on a street corner by one of the producers. Like, fucking shows.
Mm.
I was surprised any of them had careers before or after this. They were all terrible. Um, there's no plot of which to speak at all. There's not like literally none.
Mm.
Nothing happens, and the stuff that does happen isn't connected to stuff that was previous. It just happens. It's so the music's bad, doesn't fit at all. Um, it's lazy. Like the first 6 minutes of just this is the second film again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels like a film that's killing time. It feels like a film that's a gimmick, or they knew they could make another one because the first two were successful, so let's make another one.
Yeah. All stolen, no substance, really.
And then it's what's really annoying is that this is like one of the highest grossing of the
Uh-huh.
series. I think like the second or third highest grossing of the
Hmm.
entire series
Yep.
still. And the fourth one that came after it is much better.
No, I see. I prefer this one to the fourth one. I
The
don't know
fourth
why.
one's got better acting, better dialogue. The
Yeah.
kills aren't quite as memorable, but a better Jason. Like it's
It's darker, the fourth one. Like you said, this one's brightly lit, which takes
yeah,
away the scariness, where the fourth one is a bit more atmospheric, like a lot darker and
yeah.
foggier and all that sort of stuff. So
And
yeah.
then from there, it's all varieties of downhill. But
Yeah. All right. Smith trivia. What you got for us?
right. Well, as you say, the first appearance of the hockey mask for Jason. It is based on a Detroit Red Wings goalie mask from ice hockey.
Mhm.
It was provided by 3D effects supervisor Martin J. Sadoff, who was a hockey fan. They then had to remold it to make it slightly bigger so that they could be used for the film. The set was built from scratch, so the Higgins Haven barn and house and lake, in fact, as well, was all built from scratch. The woman who played Mrs. Voorhees had spent quite a lot of time in that terrible, horrible lake that was infested with mosquito eggs and all various other bits and bobs.
Ugh.
Absolutely awful. This was originally meant to be the final part. So it was intended to be the end, but they changed the ending at the last minute just to show him lying on the barn, but also not to be like too badly injured. So in the
Yeah.
original
Okay.
ending, he was badly injured, like he clearly killed.
Yeah.
And in this, they kind of left it a little bit ambiguous so they could make another one, which paid off because on a budget of 2 million, it's made something around about 39 million in
Amazing.
1982 dollars. So quite good. Um, the original plan for this was to follow Ginny from the second one as she went to an asylum and was stalked there by Jason, quite similar to Halloween 2. But she declined to return either, depending on who you believe, it's either she declined or her agent declined on her behalf without really telling her what it was.
Mhm.
Um, she regrets that apparently, which, when you consider the lack of careers that people have after these films, you'd be
Yeah.
very foolish not to do it. Filmed in California, not New Jersey. That's why it looks also different.
Mhm.
And alternate endings. Several different alternate endings were shot for this film. So there was an alternate ending shot where Jason decapitates Chris,
Mhm.
lifting her severed head. It turned out to be a dream, but they thought it was too bleak, so they got rid of that. They then put in zombie Mrs. Voorhees as a last minute change. Um, there's also different Jason masks. So there was the other ending that they thought about where he would be killed off at the end. And some of the ones that were shot, there's a slightly different mask in it. So Stan Winston worked on some of the early stuff for
Mm.
Jason, so he had a very different look. They then changed it for some of the reshoots. So I actually think it's quite effective.
Mhm.
Um, these ones. Let's have a look what else I got here. We've mentioned quite a lot of this stuff. Don't mention that. As I'm reading through my notes on this trivia, I've actually mentioned quite a lot of it through. Um, Yeah, the second unused ending where Ali survives and Jason's body goes missing was never filmed, but does appear in the movie novelization,
Oh,
based
okay.
on an early script draft. And on that point, the script was originally written to be a lot more ambitious. When they realized they were going to do it in 3D, they changed it and made it the script that it was. People came in and did uncredited rewrites. There are several people who worked on this script. Several people who worked on this script.
Hmm.
I mean, I'd be embarrassed if I knocked this out on a weekend.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
yes, that is all of the trivia that I have.
lovely. So the final verdict, does it hold up?
No,
Yeah,
it
I'm gonna.
can't. It can't be saved by those kills. It's too bad. Like, and it's boring.
It is boring. That was one of my points I had down, but I'm gonna say no, it doesn't hold up, and it's such a shame because I loved this film as a kid. But the thing is, this I'm gonna caveat this: would I watch it again? Yes. And the thing
Yeah,
is, it's the thing with slasher movies. It doesn't matter how shit they are. I just love watching them. There's just something about you just switch your brain off. I just watch people being killed. And you just laugh at the crappiness of it.
but there are more fun ones, and I think we've been spoiled because you get like films like the Scream series, which even the worst ones are still interesting or nicely shot or well written or well
Mm-hmm.
acted. There is
Yeah, yeah.
still something. Even Scream 3, there is stuff to recommend it.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's not any of those Scream movies I hate. Like there's some that aren't as good, but they're all generally pretty solid.
I haven't seen the seventh yet, so
I saw it
can't
recently.
speak to that.
It was okay. It was okay. It was fine. Cool. All right. So next episode's nomination. That's you, Smith. What we doing?
Right. Who is the most annoying child in cinema history?
Haley Joel Osment.
No, not him. The other one.
Oh, Macaulay Culkin.
Well, no, not him. The other one.
Oh, I don't know. What other one?
The problem child.
Oh no, fuck. Oh, I knew it was just a matter of time until we did that. All right. Why
Our
not?
second Michael Richards film.
That is our second Michael Richardson. Let's see if I recognise him this time. Um, yeah, Problem Child's initial. I loved that when I was a kid, so
Yeah,
that
same.
really will be interesting if I like it now. All right,
I'll see if I
problem.
remember anything about it.
Oh, it's burned into my head. I know literally everything, and the second one as well.
Oh,
I've even
wow.
seen the third one, which doesn't even have the first two
There's a
actors in it.
third one?
Junior in Love. It's so bad. Right,
That sounds
it's
weird.
horrendous. It's horrendous.
Mm.
Right, just gonna plug our socials before we get out of here. So you can reach us on email. It doesn't hold up podcast@gmail.com. We're on Instagram at it doesn't hold up podcast. We're on Twitter, or X as it's now known, it doesn't hold up pod. We are on YouTube at it doesn't hold up podcast. And we are on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and all other places you listen to podcasts. Give us a good review, like us, share us, whatever. And remember, we do take all suggestions, so please keep them coming. So, Smith, is there anything else you would like to say on Friday the 13th, part three, before we get out of here and regroup for Problem Child?
There is. I don't know what kind of podcast you guys are recording, but I don't like it.
And I just want to say, you can't be alive.